All right, welcome to episode 83 of my FX Buddies, the podcast. All right, and I say podcast because there's a blog, and this is one you are going to want to go to the blog to see. All right, so how do you get to the blog? Well, it's at myfxbuddies.blogspot.com. Or you could try myfxbuddies.com, but you would have to use HTTPS, and it should be there. Today, it is, well, right now it's July 16th, 2024. This should be uploaded as of July 16th, but sometimes, for whatever reason, technology, is slow. Okay, but wherever but wherever you are enjoying this content, look for a description, more info, intro box, something like that. If you click there, the link will be there to the blog. If you are listening to this on YouTube, there is a box there that appears to be a video, but it is not the video. So look below the box that appears to be the video, look for the word more. Click on that word, another box comes down, and then a link to the blog is there. Also, a link to rss.com is there because they do a transcript for people who have trouble following me for whatever reason. There's a transcript there that is pretty good. All right, what else? Spotify.com. Spotify has a video content and also audio content. And I think that's it. And let me just say for YouTube, I am citing the Fair Use Disclaimer Act. Fair Use Disclaimer Act. So anything that I discuss is just for sharing, criticism, commenting, learning, whatever, and it's under the Fair Use Disclaimer Act. All right. So, first, before we get, okay, so let me just go right out. Frank 26 brought to the dinar community or foreign currency community a video. So I found the video. It is on the blog. And you could watch it. You should watch it. And below, they typed, well, anyway, so I'm just letting you know. I've posted that here, but it's on the blog. So you won't even see it on Rumble. You're going to have to go, oh yeah, Rumble, my FX buddies, right? Anyway, so you're going to actually have to go to the blog to see the video. Okay? So, but first, look at all these, well, there's three articles about the WTO, World Trade Organization, and I'm 99.9999999 certain there is not going to be an announcement of them ascending to full member status. If you read these articles, you'll see why. So here's one. Iraq resumes well, actually, that's the title of the blog. Okay, but here's this one. Minister of Trade arrives in Geneva to head the negotiating team for Iraq's ascension to the World Trade Organization. Okay, and there he is. But what was the title? Yeah. So if you go down, this one is, you could actually skip this one. I just put it here because the picture, and you have to have a picture, you have to have a thumbnail, right? Okay, so, well, actually, they talk about how it's the first time they've met like this in 16 years, but it's not, right? Because we just had whatever month that was not too long ago. They just had this big meeting that was in all the news and everything. So it's strange to me. It's like they're starting over. But then they do say something about the negotiating team. Well, whatever. So let's go here. Iraq resumes negotiations to join the World Trade Organization. And again, at the blog, all three of these articles are there in full for free. And then the link is right here. You click that link and it takes you to the direct article. So the first preparatory meeting was held at the organization's headquarters, blah, 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 right? More history. You would think they would be announcing, they would be saying, this is the final meeting. This is the loose, tie up the loose ends meeting before we announce them ascending, right? There's nothing like that. They're just talking about meetings, who's been at past meetings. Now, this one, I know not everyone's going to read this article because it's long and it's written by Mohammed Saad, doctor. Okay, don't forget, he is a doctor, not a medical doctor. He probably has a PhD in finance or something. So his vocabulary is a little higher level than others, right? So, and then it's really long. It's good though. It's really good. If you like reading stuff to get information, you'll like this article. So it's called Pros and Cons of Iraq Joining the WTO. The language is very somber though. So if you would, at least read the parts that I highlighted or bolded, whatever. But even here, he's talking about despite the fluctuations in its organization, as well as the development and expansion of areas of progress achieved in some financial services and improving the environment for foreign investment. So see, he's acknowledging, yes, we've done this, we've improved in this. We still have some laws that need to be, I'll say made official, right? Because I do believe these laws have been read and approved and we're just waiting for them to be posted in the Gazette. But here, central bank law, and I think there's one more law they reference. But anyway, here, however, the paradoxes of joining revolve around the issues of oil and agriculture in addition to other problems of joining. So why they use the word problems? Why couldn't they use challenges, obstacles, issues? But he used the word problems. Okay, so here is some more stuff that he's talking about. They're talking about the agriculture sector. They're going to do a census. Actually, they did a preliminary one, but it was done electronically. So I think they're going to, in November, they've scheduled to do an actual one. So see, look how long it is. I'm scrolling down. We're still in the same article. But anyway, so here he says, Iraq has no choice but to leave its international isolation that it inherited since the blockade that began in 1990. So maybe that's when they went from fully ascended back down to observer member. I don't know, and I don't want to give it any more thought than that. So when that happened, the blockade that began in 1990, which placed Iraq under Chapter 7 of the United Nations Charter, or its aftermath, a chapter whose effects still provide a negative economic environment hostile to development and perhaps obstructing natural integration into the global market. So just from that right there, I'm saying, yeah, on the 18th, nothing's going to happen. And it's even called a working party meeting, which means the party that is working to get them in the approved status to be fully ascended, they're just having another meeting. That's all. So, but we only have, a day, 2 days before we're there. And then here's the final statement. But anyway, so let's get to the video. So here it is. I can't click on it here now, but you can see they have the 50,000 and then the 3 zeros are stricken off. Well, they have a line. They have a line through the last 3 zeros. Of course, it's fully in Arabic, right? Okay, but what these people did, well, let me go to, I'm going to go to YouTube right here. So this is the video. This is the people. This name right here, they did the video. Okay, first of all, it's great. It's very good news, but this is coming out of Saudi Arabia. It's not coming out of Iraq. It's not the CBI. It's not the Iraqi government. So it's really not official, right? But what I do like, okay, so let me click on this. So they have all this writing down here. This is basically like an article. Anyone could have written this. Here, right here, okay, so let me go back over here. Right here, they talk about Turkey, Zimbabwe, and Venezuela. How in the past they've deleted zeros from their currency. So this is good information and you should read it. And I would even say, share this with people that you know that don't think it's ever going to happen. And it doesn't have a date. It doesn't say when this is going to happen because they can't, right? Okay. So what's our time? Okay. So I would definitely go watch the video. I would read this. I would read the information they have below the video. And yeah, so what's exciting though is we know other countries are following this, right? And waiting just like we are. And here's proof. So from what I can tell, they are, he has other videos. Well, I'm just going to say he. I think in Saudi Arabia, women have less rights than in Iraq, right? I don't know. I could be wrong. But it seems they are they're into finances. Here's a video about the Egyptian. At first glance, I thought this was the Iraqi dinar, 50K dinar note, because it kind of looks like that. But this is about how much the inflation in Egypt. See how they have a cart there full of goods? Sports. They're always talking about sports. So it is, it's not just it's not just a YouTuber like me, right? I'm just a YouTuber. Well, I'm not even that. I wouldn't even call me that. But, so they do something business-like. And, yeah. So finance, business. So clearly they're watching and waiting, right? But also, if you've been listening, let's go back to me. Saudi Arabia has been investing a lot of money in Iraq lately. They want to boost their trade, both of them together. But I don't look at numbers. I just kind of glance over numbers. But it had numbers and percentages and the date. They had a projection out to 2025. So it kind of makes sense to me that I know they're going to delete the 3 zeros. So a country that is actually doing business with Iraq, of course I believe in these closed door meetings, they're probably telling them this is what we're about to do to our money, right? And hopefully the value, well, yes, actually it does explain. I think it does explain, forgive me, I'm watching Iraqi TV. It does explain even though cutting off the 3 zeros is going to change it from like a 50,000 to a 50, the value changes or whatever it is for Iraq. It explains it there. So you can go and you can read that. This is very encouraging. It would be very exciting if it was coming from CBI or even the Iraqi government. But again, like I said, it's not. And this information here, it's kind of like an article they wrote on the YouTube, the description box of the YouTube video. Yeah, All right, so I think I covered that enough. So, sorry about that. The window's open. Okay, so here are, if you care to, so they're, oh, I wanted to show you. They are right in the middle of their holiday. So here's some pictures. Can I make this bigger? Yeah. So here they are. They're in white. They're dancing with swords. And they even have the babies, even though those are not, they're, he's probably 4 or 5. This one's probably 7 to 9. They're smaller than we are, you know. Excuse me. So let's go through here some more. There they are. They play drums. They play music. Look at that. Look at that fire. I don't know what that is. I think, is there a person there? They're balancing. I don't know. But, and I'm not judging. That's their traditions. That's what they do, you know. Whatever it is that they're doing. But they go out at night and they celebrate. And look at all ages. All ages. They're all in white. They have their little sword thingies. There's more with fire. Oh, wow. That's a weird image, right? So is that the beginning? Are we back at the beginning? Not here. So they're out all night, plus that's when it's coolest. So then they probably sleep all day, right? Because they're on holiday. So, yeah. And they still have more people coming in. So today's Tuesday. The holiday is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And they have all kinds of reports about people coming, how many people are coming in, from where. They even waive them. They don't have to get visas. Yeah, so big time. And they had a tragedy in Oman. There was a kablooey that went off at one of the celebrations. And this is in Oman. And 5 people are no longer living. And it's so sad that they would do that during their holy time, you know? Okay. So, that's it. That's really the only reason I did a post for the, oh, well, wait, actually, there's not. There's a lot more. There's more articles down here. Oh, here, they finally got a replacement for Jenny from the UN. Remember Jenny from the UN? It was going to be that lady. What was that lady's name? Tracy Jacobson. But they didn't like her. She had made some inflammatory statements, and some other stuff. So I guess she didn't pass. So this guy, he's it. He's the new replacement for her. I don't know when he starts. Here's some more. 4 Gulf countries want to pass their cables through Iraq, and the countries and the company out of those countries are listed here if you want to read that. Here's an article. The Kurdish school teachers in Kirkuk have joined the My Account program in Kurdistan. So that's continuing to grow. Here, this is sad. An economist says America has begun to abandon Iraq. So he says we're slowly beginning to abandon Iraq by restricting the use of dollars and abandoning the purchase of Iraqi oil. He claims we're buying oil from Canada. He may be right. They do have weekly, they put a report on who bought their oil, and we are less and less, we're buying oil from them. Okay, so there's that. And it's just a little 3-sentence article. Here's another person. He's a former member of parliament. Baghdad revives Amman's coffers. Iraq is wasting wealth on normalizing countries. So again, it in the theme of complaining about Jordan banks get better treatment by us. We give them privileges over Iraqi banks, right? And he has some instances. He's not just complaining about it. He has some examples. All right, here's That's another article you could skip or not skip. So there's other articles there if you want to read them, but mostly, oh, no, I did. I wanted to show you. Okay, if you go to the video on YouTube, and you know how you do that. When you watch it on my blog, it'll say it will display YouTube, right? At the bottom, and if you click YouTube, it will put you in YouTube, right? But look at these. Oh, no. Here. Look at this comment, or listen, rather. Oh, and this video is a day old. Well, actually, probably 2 days now. This is whatever the person's name is there. From Saudi Arabia, I say to our brothers and people in Iraq that you are one of the greatest peoples, and that is why you were fought. But the future is before you, and the civilization of Mesopotamia must return and prevail. Civilizations get sick and do not die, and you are the people of a great civilization and people. Isn't that a great comment? Wow. And then there's some other country. Let's see. Syria. Here's from Syria. Greetings to the ancient Iraq, a generous people who deserve the best. So see the whole, well, even though these are Arab, they're Arabic. There's some other comments too here, but anyway. So I guess you probably, okay, since I put these in English, if you're watching this video, you can read the comments here. So you won't even need to go to YouTube, okay? Unless you want to read more comments than what I have here. Oh, look, see, God willing, but in Arabic it's inshallah. Iraq will get better. So these are very encouraging in my opinion. All right. So now I'm finished. Okay. So thank you. Hang on in there. I knew it was going to be a slow time. So I'm really glad Frank found this video, or his team, or whatever, whoever. So I just want to give credit to, they put it, actually someone that watches him was like, he's showing this video and I know you can find it. Can you find it? So I found it for them. But anyway, so yeah. So it's we're not the only ones watching and waiting for this. So and the mess that our presidential situation is, I'm fairly certain, I told you guys I don't think this is going to happen this year, right? Did I share that with you? I don't know. Can't remember. But so thank you. Just continue to hang on in there and accumulate while we wait for the rate to appreciate. Don't miss any meals and pay all your bills. And I forget. I think I usually say, and until next time, but I forgot to say, wherever you are enjoying this content, if there's a what is it? Follow, join, subscribe, whatever type button like that. Swipe it, tap it, whatever, because I don't update regularly. So if you do that, then the technology works like it's supposed to. When I update, you'll be notified. So, yeah, that's it. Enjoy the rest of your morning, night, noon, whatever time frame you're enjoying this content. And until next time.